All right, so I just got done filming another video and now it's dinner time and I'm hungry. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I bring you along with me to show you a dinner that I was eating all the time to lose 60 pounds and that I'm still eating to this day. You know, dinner does not have to be complicated, but it also doesn't have to be boring. And this is one of my favorite go-to meals when I'm craving something a little bit more on the delicious side, a little bit more on the heavy side. And the weather today is just gray and kind of cold. So I am craving some type of comfort food. And this is like one of my absolute favorite go-to meals. And I also want to add, the husband, who does not eat anything like me, is making poutine tonight. And so I was thinking, yeah, this will be the perfect night to have this meal. So if you are also on a health and weight loss journey, following a whole food plant-based diet, or maybe you're even just new to a plant-based diet, let me show you the type of foods that I was eating to get 60 pounds off, because I promise you, I was not suffering, I was not starving, and I certainly wasn't restricted to eating bland and boring foods. So let me invite you to dinner with me tonight, and that way you can see what I'm eating tonight and what I have been eating all along to lose 60 pounds. So let's go. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I'm keeping it super simple and straightforward, and because my husband decided to have his poutine, I was craving some cheese fries. And in case you're new here, I don't use any oil in my cooking, so the easiest and best way to make fries so that they turn out crispy on the outside and soft on the inside is to blanch them for 5 minutes in boiling water, remove them from the water, and then we're going to throw them in the air fryer at about 300 for 25 minutes, shaking them periodically. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and whip up my salad that I'm going to be having with these fries using only carrots and a beet. Yes, that's right. There's absolutely no leafy greens. And in fact, this salad is so awesome because it can be made in advance and it keeps really well. So all I'm doing is going ahead and peeling some carrots. And then next I'm going to go ahead and deal with that beet. I throw in some gloves to keep the hands clean. So basically the same thing. We're just going to go ahead and cut off those ends. And then we're going to go ahead and peel the beet. I actually discovered this recipe over 20 years ago when I used to work for an Armenian family, and they put me onto this salad. And I have eaten it ever since. It is so healthy, it is so delicious, and it just keeps so well. So like I said, you can easily make this in advance and then just grab it out and throw it alongside whatever starchy meal you're having. It's so easy and so delicious. So basically all you need to do is take any old regular cheese grater, nothing fancy over here, and just grate the beet and grate the carrot. Now I will say that it's helpful to grate them separately just because the beet will bleed onto the carrots. So just aesthetically, you know, it just looks a little bit nicer to have them separate, but it all goes down the same way, so do as you like. And that's it. Now that the carrots and beet are ready, let me show you how to make the dressing. Okay, but before I show you how to make one of my favorite basic oil-free dressings, in case it's the first time that you're landing on my channel and you're also on a health and weight loss journey and you're just kind of lost as far as what to eat specifically for weight loss, then perhaps I can help because I was there too. Unfortunately, a lot of the amazing vegan cookbooks that are out there are not designed specifically with weight loss in mind, and that's where I can come and give you a hand. So when I was losing the 60 pounds, I actually kept track of all the foods that I was eating the most, and those foods were foods that did not include any of the overt fats like oil, nuts, seeds, avocados. And so right now I'm running an amazing sale on all of my recipe ebooks. And right now they are all on sale for only $5 for the next 48 hours only. The original price tag is $14.99, so it is a steal. This is my gift to you and one of my best sales because they never go lower than $5. So if you want to check out the sale, the link will be found in my description box below. And oh, if you stick to the end of this video, there's going to be a bonus surprise. So let's get back to it. Okay, so this oil-free dressing is so basic, but so good, and it can go with many different things, but it goes particularly well with this salad. So basically, all you're going to do is add roughly 3 equal parts of maple syrup, apple cider vinegar, and Dijon mustard. Give it a good mix, add a little salt if you like, and there you go. The dressing is ready, and this also keeps really well in the fridge for a few days. Okay, so now that I have the dressing ready to go, now I'm gonna go ahead and make my really easy, spicy cheese sauce. Now, you can totally leave the hot sauce out of this if you are someone who does not like spice. I'm a weakling when it comes to anything hot, so as you'll see, red hot is kind of the hottest that I will go. Yes, I know I'm a wimp. So if you don't want that, you can absolutely leave that part out, but I just find that it adds such a nice little, you know, zing and pop of flavor, so I just love it. So don't worry, I'm gonna have the recipe to this cheese sauce posted in my description box below, so you don't have to worry about, you know, trying to follow along at this part or writing anything down. But basically, the only ingredients that I use in here is a half a cup of plant-based milk, and then some cornstarch, which I dilute in a little bit of warm water, some garlic salt, some nutritional yeast, as well as that Frank's Red Hot, and then just some water at the end. That's it. And you can add as little or as much water as you want, depending on how thick you want the sauce to be. Once you have all those things thrown in a pot, we're just going to go ahead and bring it over medium-high heat, and then you want it to start to bubble like this. Once it starts to look like this, which usually that takes about a minute or two, you just want to give it a quick stir and then take it off the heat. Now, I will say this cheese is best served hot. You can make this in advance and rewarm it. I would add a little bit of water because it does thicken up if you leave it in the fridge. So it's at its best when it's made fresh, and that's why I specifically designed it to be like, you know, a 1 to 2 serving instead of like 10 servings like some of the other cheese sauces that I've tried. I just could never seem to get through them. So at any rate, here is the dinner. Look how colorful, look how beautiful that looks. They say we eat with our eyes, and to me, this looks incredible. I was so excited to sit down and eat once it was all ready to go. Now take note of those fries. Look how golden they are. They're not dried out, they're not burnt on the outside, so I have to stress the way to cook them is low and slow and turning them a lot. But that blanching tip is everything when it comes to making fries, even sweet potato fries, because it just helps get that cooking process started so that they don't dry out in the oven or the air fryer. So here I'm just sitting down to finally eat. I'm so excited. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dress those fries with this cheese sauce. And then I did chop up a little bit of tomato that I like to throw on top of those fries, kind of like a chili cheese fry type of thing. Think like Taco Bell, it's something like that. And again, you could even throw on some chopped up green onions or regular onions, even beans. Like you could really jazz those fries up, which I do often, but this is kind of the simple, easy way. I was hungry, it was delicious, and that was my dinner. All right, guys, like I promised, if you stuck with me to the end of this video, then there is a bonus to the first 5 people who go to my description box right now, click on the link to the sale, and go to my 3-book bundle. You will be receiving a copy of all 3 of my newest books that contain all the recipes, including delicious shakes that I was drinking to get this weight off for free. So good luck, happy holidays, and we'll see you guys in the next one.